What's up, y'all? Welcome to Geek'd with Trey. Oh, shit. I'm trying to get my shit together. My shit almost fell. Alright, so first and foremost, I'm always going to say thank you to my subscribers. We're up to 5,600. So thank you guys all. My I was like, my engineer is busy because he's rolling up.
You mean 6,000? You said 100. Did you not?
No, 5,600 is what I said.
You said what?
5,600
Oh,
subscribers.
5,600. Gotcha.
We're striving. I want to get like, maybe like 100,000 and more. 100 million.
Dream big, my friend.
I
Dream
want to be in
big.
everybody's living room. All right. So we can.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
That we want to gloss over with BET Award.
Yeah, we can do a little recap real quick of the BET Awards. I mean, we covered it the other day, but we can definitely do a little recap because there's some other things that have risen to the surface. I think a lot of people had like a little bit of a $20 budget, and that's what their outfit was on some of them, and I was just like, that's just not.
I was just making sure it wasn't me. I was in disbelief at how cheap these clothes look.
Yeah.
And how ill fit. If you're gonna be naked, you gotta be classy naked when you're rich. You can't have boobs hanging out the side or your dress is buckling or.
What's the girl that sings? I'm not gonna sing her whole song because I don't own it. But my thing is brown something Pound Town whatever that.
Sexy Red or some shit.
Whatever her name is, I was just like, what?
I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. She ghetto as fuck. She ain't motherfucking.
Real
ghetto. You know what I'm saying?
But it was everybody. It wasn't just it was everybody.
Yeah.
The men looked good to me. Like the men looked more put together than the women.
It was just Elba was there, and he was sitting there like, "Why did I come to this state? Where did we come to?" And
to be honest, I didn't really see too much of the red carpet, like the people coming in with, like what they was coming in with. But as like the people I seen in the crowd, I pretty much seen like gowns and dresses and whatnot. I didn't really see nothing too crazy. I do know that John Sexy Red did pull up with like some red, damn near see-through type situation. So it was like. It could have been classier, but at the same time,
I feel like
Lady Gaga pull up with a whole meat outfit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen worse.
If you want to be
seen worse at this point.
Be cute, but don't look cheap. That's my whole thing. I don't care if you naked.
That's her brand.
That's
her brand is still cheap.
Her brand is ratchet, I guess.
I don't even know this girl. I'm not even talking about her. I'm talking about like. If you just look at the pictures of the people, and these are more well-known, the men, like I said, they really seem like they put effort into it. And the women, it just looked like they got this shit from Rainbow, some of them. You all right there, Trey?
Because I did say that to somebody that day. I was like, with the rain, it was looking it was giving rainbow. It was giving like.
It was giving rainbow.
With some other cheap stories that it was good.
I expected them to be naked. Like I would expect nothing less, but I need you to be naked in a way where I'm like, oh, that's cool that your outfit, it's like it looks like it's melting on your body or something like that. These outfits wasn't melting. They was buckling and gaping and
let me
it's just not good.
Shy, here we go. The BET Awards ain't been the same since Beyonce ain't been there. I'm just saying, because like, Shy say I always find a way to bring up Beyonce, so I
know
I
that.
Gotta do it.
Oh, your girl.
Are you talking about Candy D. Burris?
Yes, Candy.
Because I was about to find a segue to bring her up. Because thank you.
If Candy was there, she would have dressed a bit better, I believe.
Yeah. Definitely. But no, I was a little confused about some things because like I was listening to the radio this morning. I listened to the Morning Hustle show in the morning. Shout out to them. They had sorry, you're I'm trying to figure out who's popping in.
That was me. Alright, continue.
Say what?
Continue.
Oh, okay. I was like, why you got double shows or double screens? Anyway, They were talking about Patti LaBelle. Like, do she deserve a pass for the mess up on the Tina Turner thing, or does she like, should she be like held accountable for the Tina Turner thing? So basically, she was singing. She was paying homage to Tina Turner, and she was singing "Simply the Best." So I think Patti LaBelle's like 80 something years young, is how she says whatever, and that's my homegirl because she's from Philly. She was singing a song or whatever, but they said that somebody was in the middle of the teleprompter, so she couldn't really see some of the words, or whatever. Like she knew like the hooks and all that stuff like that, or whatever, but she didn't know the actual words. But I don't think. I mean, I'm gonna give Miss Patti LaBelle a pass because, like, again, she's 80 something years young or whatever, and then like, yo, she got her own songs to remember when she going to tour because she's still working. Fuck that.
Not only that, if you have a teleprompter and she knew she didn't know the words and there's a teleprompter that she was depending on, then it's the show and the production's fault that she fucked up, not hers.
Yeah, because they shouldn't have put people in front of them. Like, why was somebody in front of the teleprompter?
Right.
No, but then I do
Just like
the.
them outfits things was ghetto.
Okay, hold up. I want to
Uh oh.
to I want to do this stuff
I will let
again.
everybody know that
Hold up.
everything is allegedly said here.
Oh
Anybody
my
talk?
bad, y'all haven't really been saying nothing. I'm enjoying this.
Y'all can see what I'm saying.
In front of me right now.
I'm about to.
Y'all can see
You
what I'm saying.
good?
Yeah,
I see you watch stream.
Yeah, cause I'm watching.
Yeah, I see it. No, I don't see you, but
These are the dresses from the BT Awards.
yeah,
Because I'm
I
streaming
think
my
this
screen.
model looked appropriate
Yes,
for
let's
the.
see it.
I think her performance was appropriate as well too.
I didn't see the show. I just
Are we talking about Sexy Red?
What the fuck?
These are the dresses from the BT Awards. I'm not gonna lie, Ice Spice Jones is decent.
Ice Spice
Ice
was
Spice's outfit was fine.
Flower Jones is decent.
basically
Biscuit is
as far as
decent.
her being a new up and coming artist.
Oop. Uh oh. Wait, everybody else disappeared. Hold up.
That's when you really want to put on your best outfit.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest, most of these people that they're inviting to the BET Awards, you gotta think of the mindset and the mind of where hip hop is at right now, especially for female rappers. If you listen to female hip hop right now, what the majority of them talk about? Same thing about niggas, what the majority of them talk about females, money, killing this, that is that, but a little more intense. Females talk about the same thing, but a little more feminine. Like the you know how when it comes to about her pussy and all that back in the day, it's way more like that plus 10 about the aggressiveness. It's like different type times. So most of these females' image is they body and them something like that's their brand.
Hey, it is.
Like Ice Spice, her shaking her ass on stage is her brand.
And
That's what
Ice
she
Spice,
do.
to me, Ice Spice's outfit looks fine.
I didn't know that was her brand though. Oh God.
It's her brand, bro. I'm not gonna care. Whenever you watch her do a stage performance, the first move she busts out is shaking. She bend over, start shaking that ass. That's her go-to move. That's her brand.
Who's that on the right? Is that Mariah Carey?
No, that's Lotto.
Mariah Carey was not at the.
I know
That's
Mariah
Lotto.
Carey.
The one in the middle was Glorilla. When you look at City Girls, what's their brand? They brand ain't really classy and all that. The people that they're inviting to these, but my point to that was the people that they're inviting to these places aren't classy. You feel me? Their brand
Well,
ain't
speaking of
classy. So it
not
was like, what
classy,
do you expect?
look, speaking of not
Okay.
classy, there was some drama going on with JT and Little Uzi Versus at the
Oh, yeah,
BET Awards or whatever.
yeah.
They had a whole BB Rexa situation. She threw the phone at him because she was upset about some shit that he had said to, I guess, Ice Spice or congratulate her or some shit like that.
So what do you think about that? Is I had watched somebody I was watching the BET performances and all that. So
Yes.
I seen where Uzi said he did like 2 songs, and the first song he did was like a little intro song. The second joke was like I just want to rock jump.
Yes.
So the last line was to the intro song was "Sure we got an air for like Ice Spice." So people were saying like, I could have sparked up off of that, or like they got a couple pictures taken together in the crowd, like person like by Ice Spice or Lil Uzi, one of them two took the pictures like Titan or whatever. So it was like I guess she was feeling some type of way off of that allegedly, or it could have just been I don't know period or something, or just a bad night. I don't know, but some shit happened.
Not a period.
I mean, some shit happens, man. Shit.
I mean, you ain't
You was probably trying to go. You was probably trying to stay type shit. You know what I'm saying?
shit. All right. Let's see. What else happened at the BET
Lynette,
Awards?
you there?
I kinda. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear
It's a
you.
What
little
you
bit
think
Okay,
about?
echo.
shit.
What you think about the outfits?
I did like Ice Spice outfit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's her brand. It could have. It's classy but sexy, but at the same time,
It,
like she's
it
like a
fits.
mistress.
It
It
fits.
fits
That's all.
her.
But I
It,
mean, my
It
favorite outfit of the night was Coil Ray for sure.
Oh yeah, cause
Who?
she shout out to
are
Cory
you talking
Ray.
about
Coil
her
Ray, I feel like
performance
she definitely
wise,
had the
or
best
like
outfit because a part of it for me is dressing to your character. You could be going anywhere, but
that?
just wear your style. Like that's
Yeah.
just
So my thing
represent yourself
about
and your
I'll
your
touch
your
a little bit on
style.
that too, because like my thing with Corey Ray, I like her. Her little swag is like tomboyish, but it's like very like girlish at the same time, or whatever. I do have to say shout out for her outfit as well too, because like she paid homage
That's
to.
what a tomboy is.
I mean, but hers is like more like I don't know, like it's just different. Like
I cannot
it's
fucking
giving
hear
me
shit.
Aaliyah vibes. Her
Okay.
Yeah,
different outfits.
definitely do.
Um,
And I ain't gonna lie, she definitely do try a bunch of different hairstyles and outfits, and this is like one of the first times I can honestly say I've seen her like with this style of hairstyle for me.
mm. And I liked how she paid homage to all the female rappers. Like she had like the Brad on here or whatever, and then like she had like Cardi B on her outfit as well too, and she also had all the female rappers that was there, MC Light and all the other people, because it was celebrating 50 years of hip hop as well too, which is an
Can
important
you
thing.
put up just a
Y'all
picture
see
of that
Buster?
girl,
That
Shy?
boy Buster getting that award.
Yeah, Busta Bus, he got that
There's a
Lifetime
picture of her,
Achievement
right?
Award, and he brought her
Yeah.
out. She wants to see Carly Ray's
What's that?
performance outfit, which I loved. It was white and black.
And the MC Light's outfit was cute, but she's old, so she's not gonna play herself and look like she got that outfit from Rainbow.
Did she perform Dear
She's
George, or
a
did she
real adult.
perform? Would she perform?
Hmm?
I forgot what song she performed. I want to say Dear George, but Dear George is one of my favorite songs. Is one of my good songs by her. That's what I love about MC Light.
Georgie Porgy.
I think so. Is that the name of the song? I thought it was Poor George.
I think that's the name of it.
I thought it was Poor George or something like that.
You can say poor George.
Yeah.
I just know like she does the hook, Georgie Porgy, kiss the girls and make them cry. Right? That song?
Nah.
No.
Maybe.
That's the only Georgie Porgy song.
Oh, here we come. Oh no, that ain't it. I thought Shy was doing what you call it. Anyway. Oh, there he is. And then I think he's at the bottom.
I was coming back, man. I was coming back to the future.
But yeah.
Appreciate you for that PowerPoint. Shot.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
PowerPoint presentation.
Oh, technology, man.
Look, when I had my PowerPoint set up or whatever, I had technology issues, whatever, and I had technologies. Let me tell you something.
My boy came through with the visuals.
Yeah, my last time
Yeah,
Talk about it and look at it shit.
we had
Yeah,
technical issues last time, whatever, and I had to do the whole show without
Just
me
for the
being
people
seen.
that didn't get to see the BET Awards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, give a round of applause, my boy Sal right there. He just got y'all the quick inside scoop on what went down.
So, all right,
And
let's
I ain't
get
gonna
to
catch you. Shout out to the we gonna beat up for the BT Awards. Shout out to the BT Awards again for letting my boy Chief Keef man. He was banned for 10 years.
okay.
Who was paying?
Chief Keef, he was banned for 10 years because he's a gang member, so they considered him like a high risk to be there because a lot of his people he wasn't affiliated with was there, and the ops was there, so they didn't want him to be there because it was a high risk situation. So they banned him for 10 years. They let him perform over the BT Awards just happened. They let him perform for the first time.
And he didn't start any shit. So
Oh, it was cool. They did like the whole little vlog of him going. The niggas he had beef with at the time when he banned them, he decked them up, like, they shook hands. They had beef with the Migos at one point in time. They, shook hands and all that. They kept it moving, kept it cordial. It was decent.
All right, I'm gonna say this real quick, and then we're gonna move on. Shout out to the Beagles. I did like the performance that they did to their group member as well too.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing. That shit almost like
That
Shy
shit
made
definitely
fun.
tough.
Shy made fun of me last
Like
time because
that.
I was like, Oz, you got a little teary for their little performance, or whatever. So if y'all haven't seen it yet, go and check it out.
That was the old Migos. I remember, bro.
Say what?
That's the old.
Even if you're not really a Migos fan, bro, niggas really grew up on the Migos for real. We saw the old little come up.
Come on now. Only the real ones know that right
It's
there,
crazy
bro.
part. When the Hannah Montana first came out was the time when I was doing real shit for the whole summer.
Yeah. Bro, I remember just cranking all through my high school years, bro. Migos.
Hell yeah, bro. They got me through some times, bro. They had some good quality music.
So real quick, I got some
I used
questions
to
for
listen to the
y'all
Migos.
because I've been approached.
R.I.P. Takeoff.
I've been
Facts,
approached by
facts.
some people for like some relationship questions. So these questions have nothing to do with it's like to date in your 40s, because fuck that. I'm not asking that question never ever again. I'm actually gonna I'm actually gonna
Marty,
let
I
you.
don't know if you was here for that part, but that nigga asked that question twice. Hey, he striked out twice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I will never ask that.
That nigga striked out twice.
All right.
Two
So
days, 2 days in a row.
we had to ask again, see we was gonna get different
hmm.
answers.
So it's like 12 questions. So I'm gonna try
But
to get through
still,
all of these. All right. So the first
Good.
question,
nigga fine.
yeah, these are questions that people actually submitted that we're going
Wait
to
a
try.
minute, Lynette, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
go
it's
ahead.
better.
All right. Listen up. In today's society, do you think it's common to take your partner's last name? Is it more acceptable not to take it? This is like a question with inside of a question. Is it more acceptable not to take your partner's last name, and is it acceptable today? So in some cultures, like I don't know, with today's gender and everything nowadays, whatever, being gender
So,
neutral.
married guys or like just being in a relationship?
Well,
Like you my girlfriend type shit.
I'm not taking your last
Now
name
this
over
got to
some
be on the
girl.
married side.
I'm not
That was the
taking your
only
last
way
name
you
over
would
some
Mm-hmm.
get
girlfriend type
somebody's
shit.
name.
Fuck that. Shit, no. So like people are getting married or whatever, and then like a lot of people are not changing their names like because of their profession. I call it
That's
space.
me. I'm just real quick. Me and my wife, you know what I'm saying? She don't got my last name, too much paperwork, too much hassle. That's why we ain't do it. Move
It
forward.
actually
Go
isn't that
ahead,
much
Trey.
when
My
you're
bad.
getting married. When you're getting married, it actually isn't that much paperwork to do to change your last name. It's when you're
There's
getting
a lot,
divorced.
a lot,
No,
a
like
lot. Changing
First
credit
name,
card, changing
Only
bank,
on
the whole
it's only on
thing.
her end. She the one got to do all the work.
well, no, but
first
my
name,
She
thing
don't
is
last
got to go
name,
through Social
though.
Security office,
Legal,
DMV. The man, whoever changes their name has to do all the paperwork.
yeah, but I mean,
But
yeah.
you know you have two
but it's
answers
easier
for
to
this.
change your name when you're getting married versus when you're getting divorced because that takes years. So in
You
When
months.
you
have
get
two answers
divorced, you
for
don't
this.
take that name off. You just keep it there and add to it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
that's
keep
true.
your married name. Everybody I know who got divorced, they keep their married name forever.
I ain't keeping that shit.
Yeah. I mean, that was you. That was your identity at one point in time.
I mean,
Mm.
I don't know. So what's your
You
I
got
ideal?
two
think that
answers for this.
it's sentimental for a married couple for one of them to take the other's last name. I'm trying to be liberal here with the genders and things like that, so I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say like man take woman name, but one of the spouses should take the other's last name. I feel like it's
Okay.
a
Well,
sentimental factor to that.
let me hit you with this because this is somebody I was talking to like last year or whatever. I was just like, if I ever get married or whatever, and then like if I get married to a guy or whatever, I'm keeping all of my names. I have two middle names and a last name along with my first name. I'm keeping all of my names. I don't really get the whole I got married and I moved my last name to my middle name type thing. I'm like, no, my last name is my last name. But what he brought to my attention was whatever your last name is going to be, it's actually going to be both of our last names. Like it's going to be, let's say Jones and like let's say Mary and Jones, whatever. It's either going to be Mary and Jones or Jones and Mary, whatever. He was like, it's both going to be the same. So regardless, I was just like, okay, that's a different way to look at things or whatever. So that way we both have the same last name, whatever. But I don't
I
think
don't
that.
understand. That's if you add the last name. You
Yeah,
don't have to remove your last name to add the other person's
no,
name.
no, no. But
You keep both of them.
well, I'm saying I no, like I would keep. He's going to take whatever. So if my name is hyphenated, his name is going to be hyphenated as well too to match my last name.
So if his name's is Jones and yours is James, y'all's last name is gonna be Jones James.
Yes. And I was just like, that was a different way of
Okay.
looking at things. Like that, I was like,
But
okay,
so yours will be Jones James and his will be James Jones.
no. He said he would switch it to Jones J. Like he would switch it to
But
whatever
still,
my
the
last
other
name would be.
person, they can. It's still you not budging and the other person doing it
I know,
because
but
you
like it's a
want your last name
compromise,
to
is
be
what
the
I'm pretty much
same.
saying. It's a more of a compromise. And I was like, I thought that was kind of
I
cool.
feel like with the whole taking the man's last name comes up is like in the history of like keeping a family name and legacy alive. It's
Yeah.
always done through the male. So naturally the women would take the male's name because in essence when you're getting married you're actually becoming the person that the woman is becoming the person the man. I
Okay.
mean in
Let me
traditional
tell you
sense.
this way,
It's
because somebody.
different now. It's hard to explain it now and the rules are different and no one thinks like that because it's kind of old fashioned but
Yeah. So I was told.
historically that's where it comes from.
Right, but I was told a couple days ago in the Puerto Rican tradition, their last name is not really their last name. It's usually the mom of the. It's you're taking the husband's last name. Their name is always hyphenated. because like they're taking the mom's dad's maiden name, and you're also going to take your husband's last name as well too. That's why their names are like hyphenated or whatever. But like they don't usually they do that or whatever, but sometimes they don't always change their name, which I thought was like kind of different, whatever. But that's in the Puerto Rican culture. Um, I didn't know that actually, and they just told me that a couple days ago, and I'll tell you who that is, Lynette, later. All right, so next question.
I'm gonna just say some, because I'm also Puerto Rican.
You
Like,
mostly
my
American
family.
Puerto Rican though.
Huh?
I said you mostly American Puerto Rican though. I would say your mom would know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you would know, but that's still my family, right?
I know, but
I
like,
mean, traditionally that would be like your parents.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying it's not like that's not a culture you know what I'm saying, I was raised in.
that's what I'm
That's
saying
just that
because you're
person's opinion.
Americanized. But I'm talking about like traditional like Puerto Ricans, like real, like all Puerto Rican, like don't
Why
speak
you know
English.
Puerto Rican? Puerto Rican? You said you Puerto
You
Rican,
niggas say
ain't
a
you?
real Puerto Ricans.
No,
I'm
no, no. I mean
crying.
like not American Puerto
I don't
Rican.
think I think just because I was born in Florida, he don't
I
know.
no, I mean like
Man,
I've
Really,
known him.
Trey?
I've known him since he was like a
This nigga.
teenager. So I know like he's very Americanized. He's very Americanized.
What
Like
do you guys say? Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico, Puerto Ricans
and
from Maryland.
I've been to Puerto Rico probably more than 10 summers of my life.
I would
Do you
say,
speak Spanish?
Yeah,
Okay,
not
well you
fluent,
Puerto Rican, Puerto
not
Rican.
fluent, but I do
Yeah,
speak.
so he knows about Puerto Rican culture if
Puerto
you been there.
Rican.
hmm.
Trey, don't matter.
He been way better man
All
ass
I'm
and he
saying
knows
is
better.
because Yachty knows what it's like to grow up in a black household as well too, because he's also grown up with my family as well. So that's why I'm saying like he knows a little bit, like he knows. That's what I'm saying. Like he's almost like black
But that
Rican.
does not make him any less Puerto Rican.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
He's more
This
black.
crazy
I feel like he's
He's
more
Puerto
black
Rican, but
Rican.
he's cultured.
I feel like he's more
That'd be
black
like
Rican than
you
he is
being born
anything.
right
Right.
here in Baltimore or DC or
I
wherever
just
you
feel
from,
like
Pennsylvania,
I don't
and
know.
I'm
then being
cultured,
raised in
man.
Mexico with friends, and then be like, you still,
Yeah.
I'm
you still
cultured,
You know,
man.
his
saying.
situation is different from my situation because now I'm a Americanized Jamaican, whereas though he's not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like you can say that with me, but you can't say that for him.
Got you because yeah, I mean
All
that's
right.
true.
Yeah, I
So
was
next
born in
question.
America. I've never been in Jamaica. I've been in America my whole life. I ain't spent no summers in Jamaica, whereas though he been back to where he's from. You know what I'm saying?
True. He knows what
He's
he's
seen
talking.
his culture, and that you
I
can't
would
say
say
that.
Yachty is very cultured. He knows what collard greens and macaroni cheese is, and he also know what mofongo is and shit like that is. So he's
Yeah,
very. I feel like my family left a big
hell yeah.
imprint on his life. All right. So the next question is, do you feel like it's important to talk about your past relationships to your new partner?
If
No,
they
not
ask,
enough. If they ask, yeah, if they
Mm,
ask, if you
I
don't have
think,
to
yeah, but yeah, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, you should be like, oh, just out the blue, like, oh, these are such and such and such and such I dated, and for this long, and yeah, nah, like, but they ask, but don't sit there and try
I
to
don't
keep that
know.
shit away. You know what I'm
I
saying,
would
let
tell
them know who they
people.
are. You know what I'm saying,
I would tell people like if
that,
they do.
that's fine line between like that's almost borderline body count. Like you don't have to volunteer that information, like maybe or you're in a triggering moment or something like that. But nah,
I'm not saying people should ask you how many people you slept with,
Yeah, I'm just
but if
talking
you're
about like
getting to
your
know
last current
someone and you are
relationship.
talking about your past relationship, but they ask you, what's the longest relationship you were in? How did it go? Why'd y'all break up? You're
Yes.
learning about that person to see
that's
how they
normal.
alter you. So
Mm.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I think that's normal. I think it's important to talk about your recent past relationship. I should rephrase that question. You should talk about your
Yes,
recent past
you're
relationship,
recent.
so that a way that
No, how
partner.
about
it's not
this?
the
A
thing, talk
significant
about
relationship.
middle school crushes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just don't
So
want no
definitely
repeat
recent.
offenders. I think it's important to talk about your past relationships so that a way you're not repeating history within itself sometimes. And then like I mean, I'm like my
Right.
personal opinion when I do it, I'm not doing it because like, oh, I'm not over my ex or anything. No, I'm doing it so to let you know what I've been through, what I've grown from, and what you should not do when we're and vice versa. And vice versa. Like I shouldn't do whatever you're like I want to know, like I want to low and grind, like like what did you been through, whatever, like so like you can see some little trigger keys and stuff like that. So I think it's important to
Right.
talk about some things like that sometimes.
I would think you should only talk about him if it was a significant relationship. You don't have to talk about like the 3-monthers or the
No, no,
just
no, no, no,
sexed
no, 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 no,
ones,
no, no,
or
no.
just
We're
take
not
the
talking about
significant ones,
those.
the longest one, the most recent one,
We can be here
know.
all day talking about some shit
But you
like
gotta
that.
talk
Person
about
you
all
are
of
most
them.
in love with, maybe not that are significant to you. Not if they're not significant to you, then it's not significant.
All right.
I mean, but I'm not making secretive about it. Like if somebody refuses to tell you anything, I think that's a red flag.
Right.
All right. So the next
Not
question.
necessarily refusal, but like for a fine respect. Because me personally, I don't remember none of my exes. Once I found my husband, I forgot all about my exes. I don't remember none of them. All my
Yeah,
exes live
it's
in
not like
Texas.
you talking details
Your
about his dick
exes
was
lived in
9 inches
Texas.
long. I'm talking about
I mean,
these
but
are the things.
my spouse wouldn't ask me that. That's what
Right,
I'm
but
saying. I only talk about significant stuff.
that's not what I mean. It's like, okay, you've been in a relationship before. How are you in a relationship? It's only to find out about you as a relationship person, not about the other person. It's to learn more about you. Why did y'all break up? Is it because you are nuts or they're nuts? Like, it's just important for the other person to see, because people as
How is that
friends.
person's even going to tell the truth? Like,
Well, sometimes you can
and then
tell
you'll be
the
sitting
truth.
there listening to a whole lie.
I know
They be saying what they think you want to hear the whole time.
Oh.
that's true, but sometimes when you like, so
That's why that
my
stuff
ex,
shouldn't even be important. I
my
mean,
ex
unless
would
again
say,
it's a trigger.
if
True.
somebody tell you, "Oh, my ex-wife was crazy, my last girlfriend was crazy, this one was crazy," then that tells you something that it's
Yeah,
probably
that person is probably crazy because at what point are you the common denominator?
exactly. That's what I mean. So it helps you as a person to learn about the person you might be wanting to spend the rest of your life with, and to right now how I feel because, huh? No, I said, to me, it's important to find out everything you can because relationships be fucking people up. So I have the right to know who I'm giving my mental health, my heart, my body, all of these things too. So if I ask you a question, I feel like you should be open enough to answer.
True.
Not petty questions like who had the best pussy and stupid ass shit like that. I'm talking about important things.
Mm-hmm. I would
I agree with
also.
you in certain things,
All right. So the
but
next
I
question.
also feel
Oh, go
that
ahead.
I mean, how about you just get to know the person you with right then and right now?
True. Live in the moment. You talking about?
And then if it comes up or something, or a question here and there, yeah. But I mean, I just don't wouldn't see myself sitting there. How long was your longest relationship? Why did y'all break up? That would drive me nuts. I'd be like, what? I mean, move on.
Damn, y'all was together 10 years, so I gotta beat 10 years. Damn. I don't even know if I like
Hey,
it
but
like
we don't podcast.
that. Hey, but that's why we have this podcast because we all have difference of opinion, and that's controversial, and I love it.
Hmm.
So the next question is, um, how do you know if a person likes? How do you know if a person is right for you? I mean, I think when you start taking time out your day and when you start thinking about like the future with this person, like when I start planning my day around this person, I think, or like if that person adapts to your family very well, especially if you have kids and stuff like that, and they start asking about your kids and they start like taking time out and like getting to know you and your kids and stuff like that. I mean, I think like those are
What the question?
the question is, how do you know if a person is right for you or not?
Right for you. Oh, okay.
hmm I feel like
Yeah. Like,
hmm, you say?
Dang, nobody got nothing to say.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought you
I
could
was
say
like,
it.
I don't want to talk over the right.
But I was saying like I think like when you start like
Man, I'm gonna say what I said in the first one because I feel like this is kind of a similar question that we had when I was on it last time. But pretty much, like, if y'all have similar futures, if y'all got similar paths, bro, I feel like that shit is like a big helper, bro. Like, cause y'all easier to compromise on the struggles that come with trying to build a good future. You know what I'm saying? Y'all easier. It's like an easier fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like being on a basketball court and having a good basketball player on your team. You know what I'm saying? And y'all both doing good things. Y'all both playing the same sport. Y'all both on the same mentality. Like it's a
Yeah,
very big key thing that helps as far as like a
definitely
marriage
makes it
longevity.
definitely
um
makes it easier if you have that.
maybe I should put it right here because I'm sitting here like trying to find a place for the phone, but I forgot my keyboard has a thing for it. All right, so the next question is, how do you break up with a person in a way that they are still feeling close to you?
You don't. When you
Hey,
break up, you break the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much that one. I mean, like, if
Why don't you need them to still feel close to you? That you're breaking up with them for a reason.
yeah, I
Exactly.
guess they mean like more so if like
That's all I'm trying to. I don't want to be with you no more, bro. I'm trying to be friends. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
And
that's
that might be a lie.
yeah, that's
I don't ever want to see your face again, and that's fair too.
nah. Like you didn't see my sex face and everything. Why I want to be with you? Like and even nah. Then like I can't. I feel like I can't bring other people around you and stuff like that. Nah.
I mean, if you're breaking up with someone and you say, "But I still want to be friends," how's that gonna make that person feel? Now
That's
you done
bullshit.
broke up with them, you done broke their heart, and now you want them to be around all the damn time, so you can go on their shoulder about the next nigga. Like
yeah, and who knows
that
how
doesn't even make
long those
from the
relationships
perspective of the person who got dumped.
All right. So the
like
next question is.
eventually in one relationship and you try to pull some shit like that, like fuck.
Nah.
That's not fair to either person.
Mm-mm.
You can't
I feel like if
be
you do it,
about
it might not be too
that.
bad, but
If
I don't know.
you decide to become friends later, fine. But I'm not gonna build that into my breakup. Oh, I'm breaking up with you, but we can still hang out. No.
Nah. When we're done, we're done.
That's a no for me.
It's a no for me too. It's good to also keep people in your circle, like I have, whatever. Because I have a very dynamic circle, or whatever. And when I was going through my break or whatever, they was like, "Fuck that nigga." I was just like, "But what if no, 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 fuck that nigga." Move on. And let me tell you something. That shit helped me. It helped me through my little breakup. Um, let's see. What's the next question? The next question is, how do you find love when you're too involved in your work?
Oh.
I
Easy,
got some
fall in
good
love with
questions
your
this
work
time.
and
Y'all wasn't expecting that shit, was y'all? Yeah, I got some good questions.
How do you find love?
When
You take a step back and open yourself up for it. Like, how are you going to find it if you're too involved in
You
work?
gotta figure
I
out
mean, if you're looking for it, if you ain't looking for it, then do what you do. But if you're actually looking for it, you have to put in some effort. You have to make some changes. You have to.
I feel like that shit
I
always
feel like you
finds
should
you.
never wish you successful love. For real. If
Yeah, I
you
feel like
doing
they always
good, you
find you.
grinding. That's the thing. Wherever you doing, wherever you grinding at, wherever you doing, success wise, love and all that shit's gonna come and find you. So like, stay focused on you grinding,
Yep.
keep grinding,
shit
and
everywhere
wherever
come.
you get squared up. Exactly.
I agree. I do think that it'll just come and find you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
But
the
you
thing. When
definitely
you
gotta
go
make the
find
time
it,
to
a lot of
make the
times
time.
people go for what they want, so like what they need. You don't want that chick with the big booty and the big titties and all that. And all that. Sometimes you need the chick that got her little, like a license to carry, or like her degree or a social degree or some type of degree, or like I mean. Sometimes you need that chick besides what you used to seeing. Like when you
Sometimes opposites
go out,
attracts.
go out, go out. Yeah, you need the opposites. Or, they say opposites attract. They say that for a reason.
I'm a
Sometimes,
very firm believer
you
in that.
know,
Cause me personally, I can be a very homebody, and like long as we're in the house together, I'm fine. We don't have to be cuddling or anything. Like, but long as you're in like a breathing space of mine or whatever, I'm fine with that. So we don't have to watch the same TV shows or nothing. I think he had to go. Next question is, how difficult is it to handle? How do you handle difficult conversations with your significant other?
as far as what,
Difficult conversations, I guess, like more so.
Yeah, I mean,
what would be a
you each
difficult
difficult
conversation?
conversation differently.
I
It
guess
Like,
depends
so.
on what it's
I
about.
mean, when I say
like,
that, I think finances.
Did you kill somebody? Are you cheating?
True.
Or did
me
you get in a
personally,
car accident?
Right. Finances.
I'm gonna go with finances, whatever. I think that's a conversation that needs to be had up in the beginning when y'all before y'all
I
move
feel
in.
like if you discussing finances with your spouse, y'all already have an understanding.
True.
So
I
I
mean,
mean, personally, I feel like I know how to approach that.
Right.
You just be factual with it. There's no if you just stick to the facts and no one's feelings get hurt.
True.
Well, that's not always true. You depends on who you're talking to.
Well, I'm
You
saying
you feel like you're in a
within a
stable
healthy
relationship.
relationship. Yes, because if you're, I feel like I'm speaking from a stable relationship perspective.
I can see that.
So, with that being said, you just approach it factually. Okay, this is what it is. This is what's going on. This is what we got to do, and then you come to that understanding. It's really not that difficult when you have an understanding.
So what would you say for the average person who doesn't have a stable relationship?
What you talking finances for?
Because you married, your relationship just not
I
stable.
mean, you may be short on something. Like this talking finances ain't necessarily like talking finances may be honey, I'm getting laid off on my job, or vice versa. Like talking finances could be anything. Let me get $1 to go to the store. Talking finances is anything.
Again, if it's not a stable relationship, talking finances is one person asking to borrow money from another.
That's not what stable always means. What I would say as a person who was in a very unstable relationship is that when you're trying to talk to someone, depends on what you're talking about, but you have to find a time where they are calm and they seem the most open to discussion, and you have to handle it in a very
Delicate
like
way.
delicate way. And it still might turn into World War III, but at least you got out what you wanted to say.
Not eggshells. You gotta
I
tackle
mean,
eggshells.
your perspective is that the person that's bringing the conversation to fruition is not the angry one.
Oh, I
you know,
am. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
somebody that's like super,
I didn't think
sensitive.
about that, Lynette. If that
know?
person is angry,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's hard. Well, you shouldn't have a conversation when you're angry.
True.
Try telling angry people that.
I'm just saying,
They gonna be
no
mad.
matter what, it's true.
Because it's like these questions. The thing I love about answering these questions is that they come from 3, 4, whoever's on here, so many different perspectives.
Yes.
You know,
I love it. I love the controversial because we all have different opinions, and guess what? We all sleep well at night, and we still wake up in tomorrow, and we get on each other's nerves, and we wake up and do the show again. Anyway,
I guess what I'm saying, what you're saying is not wrong because you're coming from a stable relationship. But coming from a non-stable relationship, or when someone's angry, yes, you could have. But what you're saying is like a fight. Like if I'm angry, going to another angry person, that's a fight. That's not a conversation.
yeah. So then, how do you? I mean, what if someone is in that type of relationship and they're talking about how do you talk about finances? Shit.
Look. What was the other question I asked?
You probably should be stashing something to the side and planning your escape.
Look,
I'm telling you
that's
though,
when you refer to the first
the
question.
person is calm, and you say, "Hey, I think that you should stop adding more money to your credit card because that's putting both of us in debt. I think a better way to do it is to start paying that off and just don't add any more to it." So you could be upset, but then say that, you can wait till you're not in an angry place and say that to that person, and it may go well, it may not. But I'm still saying some people are in unstable relationships, they're married.
Grown folks don't like being told what to do.
True.
Well, that's true.
Don't tell somebody stop putting money on a credit card. Because what I'm going to say is I'm grown.
Financial grade, we talking about.
Card, and if I put charges on it, let me worry about it. I said my response to that would be, excuse me, I'm grown. We decided to get this card together. If I put charges on there, let me worry about it. See, I mean, my real response, but a response.
Yeah, but her point was that the card was putting y'all in a bad financial position, so that would be your automatic response.
But because they're gonna feel attacked. They're gonna feel attacked if they're the one. No matter how nice you are about it, if they're the one, they're gonna feel attacked.
It's not necessarily true. If you're trying to,
that's the answer.
Right? Yes, that's really unstable. But if I'm saying, hey, I know you're paying maybe you don't know that making minimum payments on a credit card is a bad idea. So maybe I'm actually teaching you something. I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Hey, that's the favorite financially because you got to you was like, no, I take care of it. You must be taking care of enough. You kind of fucked up financially right now, right?
Wait, let's have an example of another serious conversation. What would another type of serious conversation be other than finances?
A lot.
Anything.
No, I have a lot.
I would say catching people when they lie.
What about honey, I need you to kind of be nicer to my family and not pick fights with my sister. That would be, I know you always don't get along with her, but it really hurts me. And we don't even live in the same state. So can we try to be
No. No, sorry. If I don't vibe, I'm not going to sit there and be. Sorry. I'm so coming from somebody that had a bad relationship, whatever. I'm not being fake. I'm not dismissing myself no more. Whatever. I'm not gonna like. You're gonna if you're like. You got to learn how to accept people for who they are, or whatever. I'm not saying that
Being
you have to be.
fake. I'm saying don't start fights. I didn't say
Oh
not
no,
be
I'm not gonna
yourself.
start no shit. But if they start some shit, I'm definitely gonna finish some shit because that's like the family I come from. But
Me personally, I'm in a good relationship, and my girlfriend, I don't fuck with him.
You know, that's a good answer because the person I'm speaking about knows they don't like a person, but they still always want to be up under that person because they don't want to be away from you. So you can't say, hey, let me go hang out with this person who you don't like. You can take a break and I'll be back in 3 hours because they have to go too because they are titty baby.
not titty baby.
Shit.
Damn, what did I miss?
Not titty baby. Not titty baby.
I got plenty of examples.
Wow.
You just skip some, I ain't gonna lie.
I think really what this kind of sounds like is that, I mean, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, you should go ahead and reflect on that relationship and probably do what's best for you. Because if you can't have a conversation with this person, you can't talk about finances, they don't like your family. I mean, what is the relationship really holding on to? Speak the truth.
The person you with don't like their family because the person I'm with don't like her family, so that's why I don't like her family.
I mean, you can't now. You're not expected to like some. I mean, you're not expected to care more than they care.
Ride it
oh
out.
no,
You
no,
can
no.
if you want to. You can if you
I
want
saw
to.
her
No,
family.
I'm not literally meaning care, but like I'm just using it as a general term. Like you can't put more effort into than they are unless you want to. But no one
No, like
expects
look,
that of you.
when they came to my baby shower, I was sticking my hand out to her family, and I tried to, be friends with them niggas. All them niggas was weird. Like my whole family was there, and I was their family, and them niggas tried to motherfucking bench. So it was like, shit, the fuck y'all too.
It was a little
Some
embarrassing.
people's family is trash. You don't have to
Like,
like
that was that situation. So it was like, you can't try to be friends with everybody, just
if you is the one who is weird, then you shouldn't give up people all the time when it is you who is
that was our whole thing. We was like, you shouldn't even care. That was gonna be this weird shit.
exactly.
It was
So if
weird.
you know you a shit star, don't like nobody, and you bastard, stay home.
And when I say this sister don't fuck with this sister, another sisters fuck
I
with the
know. I
dad,
was
and
really
this at the
confused
dad, we
about
trying to
this.
get all them
I
in
was
one
like,
picture
I wasn't
together,
sure.
and then we was trying to take the family picture with my girl in the middle with the, everybody in the stomach and all that. Them really wasn't trying to do none of that shit, nigga. That shit was hard.
Like
Like,
what
Let me tell you. All right,
nobody wanted to take
let
a
me tell
picture
you
with
something.
their dad.
All right, let's talk about some real black people shit real quick. What is something that we really don't? What is something that we always ask before we show up to an event?
Who's there?
Exactly. And this was the prime example of I don't fuck with people who is there or whatever. When we took whatever time we
It
did.
won't be. No, it should be. I'm gonna go with who all gonna be there.
No.
Yeah.
This is what this was
Who will be there?
this was
That's the
like
first
if
question.
you
Usually not, but that's the first question anybody asks. Who will be at the
yeah,
party?
but this
and
was
then
like the
if you
prime
don't ask
example of
that
it.
question, you get burned.
Hold up. No, this was
So
the
it's like now I know going around family, I'm asking that question every time because they be inviting a certain person that they know damn well
yeah.
I don't want to see.
But this was like the prime
They know
example.
damn well. They know World War III has started. Plates have been thrown over this person, but yet, oh,
Hold up.
And that was really how it was. They had certain people that didn't fuck with each other
Yeah.
on each side, and
And these are
it was
siblings.
how it divided on it, and like
When
it
I
was
tell
in
you,
sections. Like it was
I
like
ain't
half
never
half.
seen
Like my
it.
family was on one half, their family was on one half. They
This
said it was broken like the 3 or 4 different sections because they was in 3 to 4 different groups because none of them people fuck with each other. I was like, what?
hold up. This was like when we did the photo op or whatever. I have never seen so many people swap out during a photo op.
Like, everybody was like all cool and shit. As soon as the dog got in the picture, everybody.
No, it was like we was sitting there when certain
dad,
people
her
get.
dad.
Yeah, I was just like, what the?
Well, what did he do? Obviously, he did something.
It wasn't
I
just
was
that. It
rolling
wasn't
stone
just
opinion.
that
I think
though.
every time he had it with me, he just hopped to another situation, had another one, hopped to a
I'm
situation,
telling
had
you
another one.
this.
So he was like,
From the person that was
yeah,
taking the pictures sometimes and that was sitting there watching this happen or whatever, when certain siblings got into like the mix or whatever, the other sibling will exit stage left or whatever. I was just like, oh well, that
Oh,
one don't
that's
fuck with that
fair.
one. That one don't fuck with that one. I was like, y'all can't put y'all ain't talking. Like, put your differences aside and take a picture. Like, just a picture.
Exactly. I was just like, bro,
It's a
that
little
shit was
weird.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
a
not
lot of
saying
times
like
people don't even remember why they don't like each other.
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. Like you can be in a good relationship and still not fuck with your partner and family, especially if your partner
If
like
they
your own
toxic,
family. I mean, really, shoot, a lot of these relationships with like people's families and just relationships like partner couples, boyfriend, girlfriend, and married. A lot of these like in this generation, a lot of these relationships are toxic. It's like a lot of time when we talk about these relationships, points of views, and all that. It is cool to talk about it from a happy, settled, complacent point of view, but the average relationship ain't happy and complacent. There's some type of
No.
toxicity in that joint.
All right, we're gonna get to the
My
yeah.
next
God.
question real quick, and I'm gonna skip one question for real quick because this one I guess is directly to me. Am I in a secret relationship? No, I'm not in a secret relationship. Trust me. If I was in a relationship, everybody's gonna know. I don't hide who I'm in a relationship with. I don't like that whole. I feel like if you're hiding shit or whatever, like I feel like you're like, why are you hiding shit? So no, I'm not in a secret relationship. When I get in a relationship, everybody will know when I'm in a relationship, but you won't know what goes on in my relationship, but you'll be aware of that who I'm in a relationship with and that I'm in one. So
It's not even really being a secret with your relationship. It's just mind your fucking business.
well, it's more so I guess
Mm-hmm.
because I have a history of people don't really know that I'm in a relationship until like 4 or 6 months after. So I mean,
Because nigga, mind your fucking business.
yeah, like I mean,
Right. That doesn't mean it's
yeah,
secret.
it's not a
Nah,
secret.
but
It's
I
just
feel like that can be. I know. I feel like that can be a little bit of a red flag because for me, I feel like it's important for my core people, my two, three
yes,
people that need to
Like,
know.
like, don't get me
You
wrong,
have
my
to know
niggas
because
is going to know,
yeah,
but outside of that, nigga, mind your fucking business.
yeah, yeah. I guess what I'm okay. So all right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
what is you worried about that for?
I guess more so because of my history or whatever. Like I just always been secretive about my relationships until I guess I feel like it's not even secretive. I'm just keeping it to myself until I feel like it's real.
Yeah, that's what I'm
or
saying. Like,
maybe
you mind your business,
Right.
like,
maybe this person's
you
putting their feelers out there because the question was for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these questions
Right.
are.
Because that question don't make no sense
Yeah,
to
no,
I'm
anyone.
definitely going to watch this episode tonight.
I chose to
Am
answer
I
it,
in a
and
secret
it's a no. I'm
relationship?
not in a secret relationship. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, I am. But that's it. I'm not in a
Just go
relationship.
ahead and tell them Trey's single, you guys and gals. Trey's single. That's what we getting at.
Yeah,
Okay,
this version
I'm
sound like a picture of you right now.
no, I'm single, but I'm content right now.
Fucking shit in.
Um, when do you? Oh shit.
Wait a minute, and ready to mingle.
Well, always ready to mingle. The other question. Let me. All right, there we go. The other question is. Oh lord. I feel like this is just what we just talked about. When do you know it's time to break up a toxic relationship? Yo,
Soon as you say it's a toxic relationship,
it's
it's
time to
time to
go.
break up from a toxic relationship.
And I just like
But the
I always
toxic
told
person
people,
not going to do that.
huh?
No, they're asking when they should do it. I'm not
Yeah,
saying they are
but,
going
Right
to do it.
away.
no, but I'm
You should
saying
do it.
that a toxic person is not going to just leave a relationship. That's the
I
whole point of
know.
being
That's what I was going to say. This question
That's
is
why it's
easier said
sad.
than done because you
Yeah.
have to have the guts to actually walk away.
I mean,
And like, I feel like after like 3 months, you start negotiating with yourself. Like,
being
I
toxic
might
and
want to try to work this
the
out.
thing
So
about
you
being
have to put
toxic.
it right away.
Oh
One thing
yeah.
about being toxic is not about guts. Being toxic is your own choice of messing with that person. So it's not having guts. No, it's about being smart enough to start dealing with that person because nothing makes you come back to that person and say, "Oh damn, that nigga did have some good sex," or "Oh that chick did have some good," or "This had army hit up real quick." That's the toxicity right there.
That's
Oh,
not
yeah,
always true, nephew. As a person who's stayed in a toxic relationship for 7 years,
you talk about the younger generation of the toxics. I
but
can't speak
sometimes
to
you
the
don't
older
know you're in a
generation.
toxic relationship. Number one.
yeah.
Number two is
Mhm.
when you're in love with someone, whether the relationship is
You could be
toxic or not,
blinded.
you're still in love with that person. So it is harder. Or you have all these things. Will I ever find anyone
And
else?
cat,
Will
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
speaking
cat.
this
for
without
This
the
is
people
them?
my
this
age and
goes
younger
back
because
to
I
my point
know
about why you need to have core people, why you need to have those core people involved in that relationship because you may not know you're in a toxic relationship, but those people close to
Hmm.
you will
They
recognize it and
definitely know.
I
they
get
try
it,
right.
to
but
step in. You just got to be strong enough to
And
either
you gotta
listen
listen.
or Yeah, or you can ignore it, or you
For
can choose to
people my age or younger. I'm more so speaking for that because most young people is the most young people are toxic by choice. It's not like,
Mm.
oh, I don't know I'm being toxic or I don't know I'm being no. They already know. You know what I'm saying?
I will
But here's
say,
what I'm saying: it's not an age thing. I don't think. I
it's
feel
Yes,
not.
it
like
is because
I
it's a
don't
different
think it's an age
mindset.
thing. I
No.
think people going through the
You
same
know,
thing. Whether
you know,
whether you're 15 or 50, you fall
We're
in love,
just
you get
you
brainwashed
ever
by
listen
there's
to
a
Future?
whole
You
no.
ever
We're
listen to
just
Future?
using toxic as a category. There
You
are
ever
many
listen to
ways to
Future?
be
That
toxic.
man is
It's
toxic by
thousands of
choice.
ways to be toxic. It's just
Yeah, I'm not
you
talking
have
about like
to
physical.
recognize
I'm
it.
talking about like though you could be toxic playing mental. Here is this is levels. It's like a chess game type. It's levels to
right.
what you're
What do you
playing with.
example?
yeah, I will say that my thing when you know it's time to go from a toxic relationship is when you start seeing yourself with somebody else in the future. Like you no longer see that
No.
You
when you
need
can
to know
know.
before that. What y'all
Um,
people be brainwashing you, and you can't even think about you. Your head is not even on straight. You are confused. The decisions you are making are not of a same person. Sometimes when you're in these relationships, and that can happen to anyone at any age. They call that with kids being groomed
Well,
by
I would say,
somebody.
well,
So
for
that's
so for
not
high
about
school.
age, is what I'm saying. And yeah, some people do know. You can be like, man, this nigga toxic as hell, but that's my boy.
A
Old
lot of
people do
people
that.
are
Young
toxic
people
by
do that.
choice in this
Everybody does
generation.
that.
Some people are groomed. I'm telling you, a lot of these females, a lot of these males, a lot of these people in this generation is toxic by choice.
All right, that's
Nephew,
And
pathetic.
a lot of people are toxic by choice. That's
they
not
even
an
have it in their
age thing.
bio. I'm toxic right there. The first
That is not an
conversation.
age thing. People settle. So old people be with people who toxic by choice. Let's look at a former co-worker that we had that we were talking about the other day.
I was gonna bring
She's
that up.
55 and is in a toxic relationship. It is by choice. She knows she comes to work every day talking about the horrible things this
I'm
man
older than
does.
she.
She's like 58.
You know
That
why
is
she's still in
not
that toxic
age.
relationship?
Huh?
You know why she's still in that toxic relationship?
Why?
He's 58.
Now it's because she's 58. So when is a young
He's
person's birthday?
58.
26.
Who's gonna want a 58? That's how she's gonna her
But
mindset.
young
Who's gonna
people
want a
sometimes
58 year
think
old
that
woman?
too. When
I
somebody
mean,
fucks up your
yeah,
brain,
don't
listen,
get
when
me
somebody
wrong,
fucks up
yeah.
your brain, they can have you thinking nobody wants me. I'm
hold
useless. I'm a
on,
piece of
hold
shit.
on,
Who's
hold
gonna
on, hold
accept
on,
me?
nephew,
But
hold on, nephew, hold on,
the
nephew,
only thing about
hold on,
that
nephew,
is a
nephew, hold on. I have
mindset.
a question. What do you mean? Who's gonna? This woman is tall, beautiful, blonde hair. She's gorgeous. She's not gonna
I'm
think
not
that.
saying, I didn't say like that. I'm saying like how this, Cat just said mentally, like how she just said, when there's that control over you, sometimes you do come across them thoughts, them things. I'm not saying she old ugly grandma, but I'm just saying sometimes it comes them thoughts run across your head and you some shit that shit might boost you into a depression. Oh damn, you depressed. You're not feeling
Well,
yourself, you're
I
not
will
into
say
yourself, you're not
I had dated
you know what I'm
Right. He
somebody.
saying?
making bad
So
I
decisions.
will say that I have
yeah,
dated
so that's what I'm
somebody.
saying.
I would say I've dated
But I'm trying to
somebody.
figure out what age has to do with
No, that's
that.
why I'm about to break it down to him real quick.
Which
Hold
way,
on, hold on, hold
dude?
on, hold on, hold on. I will say that I dated somebody recently that was closer to your age, whatever. And that person, I'm talking about, we'll go off allegedly here so I don't get in trouble or anything like that. But that person was closer to your age and belittled me, like made me feel like I like was nothing, whatever. And I'm just like, wait a minute, motherfucker, you don't have shit. It then like made me feel like that. So I don't think age really has anything to do with whatever because like they start playing mind games with you, whatever, and maybe thinking maybe because I'm older than that person, whatever. Maybe oh like that person can't go nowhere, that person can't do nothing, whatever. But no, I don't think age really has nothing to do with it because you when somebody doesn't have when they have nothing and when they come from nothing and where they don't have an ideal of a positive role model relationship whatever, that's all they know is toxicity or whatever. Especially if their parents have been married multiple times or if their parents have been married or have been with multiple people or their dad's been with multiple people or like they don't have like a really good role model or anything like that. So I don't think that like sometimes that's all they know. Like this is like this that's and sometimes people think that's okay and that's not okay in my
Mhm.
situation at
Mhm.
all. So like
I
I
know,
can't.
I know really that for a fact. That goes back when we was talking about the situation when y'all didn't wish from calling. We was talking about that in the beginning. Like that's why I said sometimes you grow when you go through those situations growing up, you never turn into the total opposite, or you turn into that.
Right.
So
So
Yeah.
you
what
don't
I'm
know. You
saying
don't
is,
even
Mhm.
know what's not toxic.
you also gotta remember is y'all give me the point of view from being down there. I'm giving y'all the POV from Philly.
That's not that has nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with it. I'm from Philly.
No,
I'm from
I'm
Philly.
telling you, like,
That's
you
my
think
Listen,
Philly,
man,
but you're not
that's
in
and,
you.
Philly.
and
You're
they're
And
not
what
not from
I
here.
you're
They're
not
not.
what
They're
in
not.
Philly
They're
street.
not from
You're
here.
not
They're
seeing
not.
how these
But they're
females
not
act.
from
You're
it's
here.
not
not
seeing
even.
what you're doing on the daily
What
basis.
you mean how they act? What are they?
They're
Give
not
us an
from here.
example of what the females are doing,
They just
please.
live here. They're not from here. So that you can't
They
say that either.
finessing, bro. How often do you do it?
I said they're not from here. The other two people that's on the show with us, they're
I
not
know
from here.
that, but I'm asking you, how often do you be here? I've been here every day for 28 years. Every day.
But that
I
has
didn't
nothing
Lord,
I
to do
didn't
with
leave. I've
trying
been
to
females.
here for every
understand what
day.
you
I've been
mean. Give
sick.
us an example of the females,
The
please.
females and shiesty. The males is shiesty too. I didn't know the females was English bad, but the males is just as shiesty, but the females is shiesty.
So I would say
It's
this:
hard to find love in Philly and all that, because most of these females ain't looking for that.
you can't really judge that by down here either, because everybody,
Right.
by us living so close to DC or whatever, everybody moves here.
Wait.
So
That's not even a point. It doesn't matter that part. So you saying these girls are shisty, and what do you mean by that? What, they're not looking for love? They're
wait,
just
hold
trying
up,
to
hold up,
use you?
Pretty
hold
much
up,
weird.
hold up. By you, okay, you only know Philly or whatever. How you know the females are not acting the same way down here? Because you've been in Philly for
Right.
28
But
years.
you
I'm a
just
little bit
told
more
me that
cultured.
it's not like what's happening down here, my boy. That's how I know.
But
Wait,
how?
Okay?
why?
That don't make sense. That's a
What you
crazy
just
People,
comment.
told, what Joe was explaining to me, doesn't sound like what I just explained to y'all. That's how I know. It could be possibly going on down there, but the point of view that y'all tried to, the point to explain to me there, y'all didn't pick that point. Y'all didn't, that wasn't, you know, if that was the point, then y'all could have picked that point, but y'all picked a different point to prove about y'all, what was going on down there. I'm thinking my POV that what I seen, experienced, and went through,
Only
is
there
what
though.
y'all mean. I'm dealing with the same way how you just gave your
I'm
POV,
still
you
trying to
just
understand
gave,
what
I'm
you mean
giving
by
my
shiesty.
POV.
And on
What
top
do
of
you
I
that,
mean?
feel like this. I had one female, right? This is what I was thinking. I was working in a commercial. So I was like doing this little, I was on Facebook or whatever, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna be your girlfriend, this. So she was like, oh, I'm trying to talk to you. So I'm like, all right, cool, I guess, whatever. So she was like, all right, send me $20 and I'm gonna come pick you up, this. So I'm like,
what?
no, like, I can get home myself, we can just be crib type shit. No, I'm gonna come get you there. I'm like, all right, like, cause you just really mean. So I'm like, fuck it, into the $20. Next thing you know, she blocked me, that, never heard from her again. So I'm just like,
So
okay,
you so you really think that older women don't do shit like that?
Let me
Because
tell
I'm
you
just
that
going with the
Yeah,
age.
but it ain't gonna be 20. It's gonna be
that
200.
happens all the
Yes,
time down here.
yes, sir.
oh, that's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I was
I've
just
even
this one
fallen for that a
story.
couple times.
Another story is
With
Old
dudes.
women
yeah,
be
that,
shiesty, my friend. That's all I'm
Everybody
saying to you.
tries
Ain't
to
nobody different. People in the 1800s is the same as people in the 1700s is the same as now, with the way men and women treat each other and how people use people for what they want.
Yeah, I've been in
Right,
that same
because
situation
they
multiple
learned it
times.
from somewhere.
But you know what I say about that situation? Maybe they needed that $20 more than I needed it. Because
And
I
maybe
think
they
so
maybe
if
they're a
people,
psychopath that steals from people and don't give a
if
fuck.
people,
Yeah,
if
And
maybe
people
they
old
did
charge
need that
me,
women are
$20. Maybe
always
this
people
dude
charging,
shit was
if
funny
people
because be
charging
like,
$50,
gotcha.
that's people, is people charging $50, that's people get they contact. You know, how, like back in the day, where like you could just slide on a girl, like slide on a dude, like, hey, I did this situation, like you look fine, this, let me get your number type situation. Nowadays, and Philly, most of these chicks, you got
Mhm.
to pay like $20 to get their number.
And
Just to have your
sometimes
number on
it's
the
not
right
that
away.
scenario
I feel
too.
like that scenario is very young minded because like you can't meet somebody, you happen to be going to fucking Walmart
That's
and the
why
girl
I was
working the
saying I
register
was
is
speaking
cute
from the young
and you just get
POV.
her
I
number the
can't
regular way.
speak I guess I was saying I was speaking from the younger POV of it. I can't really speak for the older section. I did
I
a
get
couple older
I
women,
I
maybe
didn't want to
understand
say I
what
wasn't
you
20s,
gonna
but
say
I
a
mean.
can't
younger I
really.
didn't want to say a younger generation. I'm just saying
It sounds like
maybe
he's
not
talking
as
about like
mature because like
the culture
it
of
could
the
happen to
younger
anyone, but I'm like,
generation.
what? I feel like from
It's
the
different
context
now.
of the
It's
arrangement,
different.
the whole situation
It's
was shiesty, not just her. Like,
yeah,
you know
the
what I'm
whole
saying?
situation was like
There
that.
was
you
a
just
Yeah.
sexual
up this, and
scenario.
it's a lot of females. Again, like a lot of these females, if they got some type of buzz, some
Not
type of
just females.
problem,
It's
if they
dudes.
feel like they got some type of buzz or problem,
It,
you got
yeah,
to have a couple of
it's
hours to
dude. Let me
give a
tell
couple of
you,
hours just to get a number.
somebody that
To
does
text them,
both.
hey, how you doing? Can I take you out? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Some
somebody
simple
Yeah.
stuff.
that plays for
In
both
conversation.
teams It's happening on this, not just the females, it's the males too out here as well doing
No,
that
no,
same
no,
bullshit.
no. Just, yeah, I can't speak for that side. I know some niggas,
I just haven't dated in a long time because I don't know.
I can't
Yeah.
really, you know what I'm saying? I can't really speak for that. But I know there's a couple niggas that's doing the exact same thing. That's what I'm saying. It's different now. You feel me? Like, just to get a
Right.
number.
What you have said,
I
whatever,
I
I've been in
think
that same
what you're
situation
kind of
too.
saying, Chai, what you're kind of saying is kind of the culture of Philly right now, or is the culture of younger people right now, and which makes sense
You know
because
who the
we
young
live in
people are
such
Go ahead,
a
doing.
Kev.
capitalistic world that all the thing that
Mhm.
matters is money. All the music is telling you all that matters is money. From the men to the women, it's money, 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 and that's all people think are important.
All right.
So
Yeah,
I
because when you turn 32, you're gonna realize that none of that shit's real. You can actually go to
right,
Walmart and meet a cute girl and get her phone number
For
and
free.
click or you know what
It's
I'm saying.
gonna be,
None
it's
of
gonna
that
be
shit is real.
crazy
You
because
need to, it's
it's
still
gonna be
possible
crazy
to get a
with
phone
that
number.
is. It's gonna be crazy with that is. A lot of these chicks, as soon as they turn 18, they straight going to OnlyFans. That's what's
but yeah,
gonna
but
come to be.
here's the thing about that. That's true, but what are men doing? It's like y'all's
I
generation
mean,
is all trying to
them
make
niggas
money.
stupid.
So
Them
women have
niggas is
always made money
stupid.
by using their bodies. Always, because that's what women
And let me
have as
tell you
their
this
currency,
too.
is their looks.
Let me tell you this too. When
That's
you,
the way
if
it is.
God forbid something ever happens that you have to break up or whatever, when you go back, oh shit, when you go back, if you were to go back to dating, whatever, the dating game changed so frequently or whatever. Like when I got back into the
Mm-hmm.
dating game, I'm just like, oh, here's some new shit. Everybody's in an open relationship. I don't want that
Yep.
open relationship. I don't want this. And when
That's what I was about to say too. That's the reason why everything is so open because everybody is. Not, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a big percentage of people now
mm-hmm.
is into the OnlyFans or the private film or like the. Cause you can. It's easy ways to make money at home. Like
You're
there's some
saying
females.
no one your age is dating.
They're all in
A
open
lot of a
relationships,
lot
I
of people.
think.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people my age is focused on themselves and men. Like I guess I was saying earlier when somebody said it was the best situation to handle something. I was like, easy, handle your business, grind, stack up, and focus on yourself. Cause that's gonna come to you. That's what a lot of people in this generation is doing. They
All
trying
right.
to grind. Like it's a lot of people. Like when the COVID started, some people opened up. Like a lot of people like do their checks up and them stimulus and all that. And a lot of people did go open up like daycares and little thingies and like little places and situations and all that. So it was like it was a news article like a month or two, no, like 3 to 4 months ago. Three groups of friends saved up $50 for like a year or two, something like that, bought a property. Them niggas about my age or younger, so it is like I think
Yeah.
they saved about like
But
$10,000,
it's
$20,000 for a
not
deposit.
the whole generation is not lost because I guess I just
Yeah,
don't
everybody,
realize the
everybody.
perspective because I'm not around those types of
Mm-hmm.
what are y'all millennial? What are y'all
Who knows? But I see about
millennials? What are y'all?
millennials.
I'm a millennial, but the people under me is Generation X.
Generation?
I
I'm
believe.
not
So he's
the
between
generation
millennial
X.
Generation X.
The
Yeah.
Yeah,
generation X.
intermediate.
They are going off, just graduating high school, going off to college, and some of them I don't even have social media.
I know a lot of them because
There's
that's the
not a
thing.
lot don't
A
have
lot
social
of them.
media.
A lot of people do have social media. That's the thing. You can make money off your Instagrams and your Facebooks and all that and all that and all that. A lot of people do have social
They're
medias for
doing
that thing. 'Cause
content.
everybody got something they do, and that social media is something to promote what you do, even if it's art, even if it's like
Yeah, you need it. It's
you
like a
playing
necessity now.
basketball.
All right, we got two
Yeah,
more
like
questions. Let's
social
do
But
one
media
more
is a
question
thing.
real quick.
they said that for like my generation and older millennials, if you ask little kids what they wanted to be, they would say astronauts and doctors and lawyers. And now if you ask little kids what they want to be, they all say influencer.
Yeah, I was about to say they say YouTuber because that's the thing.
I mean, my kids told me
That's
that today.
actually good because just knowing how to do editing, you can pick up a damn near editing job anywhere or for any YouTuber or any big company. So that's the only good things with computers and
Hey,
technology still
facts.
along the way. So that's still good stuff.
All right. So the next question is it okay to do? Is it okay to be in a long distance relationship? I will say I will answer this question
I don't
first.
know.
I'll answer this question first. What works for others not does not necessarily work for me. I'm not really into the relationship or the long distance relationship thing or whatever. So that's not gonna work for me, and I can't really. I mean,
Wait,
hey, if
if
it works,
I'm long distance relationship, like we just sending news to each other like long distantly and we still doing our thing, or we like fully committed like long distance,
I'm
like
still
I'm gonna
committed.
talk to you, I'm talk to me, but we like I'm like in PA, she like in Virginia.
Yeah, I'm assuming that part.
I
That's
love how we
absolutely.
put all these hypotheticals out
Yeah, I'm gonna go
forward.
with the last hypothetically that he was
I done
saying,
did
and that's
both.
not gonna
As
work
a
with me.
younger, y'all as a younger than me, I done did both.
I'm sorry, you
Ain't
can't
gonna
be
lie.
no more than 30. You can't be no more than like 40 minutes from me. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Well, as a person who was in a long distance relationship for 7 years,
Mm,
I'm going to
Mm.
say that I was fine with it because beginning, when things are great, you want to see the person all the time. But once you've been in a relationship with someone for a while and you truly love that person, you truly trust them, they're, just going to work and they talk to you every day and you still have that person and you see them maybe every 2 to 3 months or something for like a week or something. It's kind of nice. You have them to think about. They're a little farther away so you can go to work and do your own thing, but you still have a person. Not forever, but it's sometimes.
And only way I can just say something like that if I was
Relationship,
a
but
trucker,
we knew we
she was a
weren't going to
trucker.
get back together.
true. All
That's
right,
the only way I could
so
accept that situation. If I
we
was a
got
trucker,
another
she was a trucker because
question.
you be home from long distance of a time and you only get to be home for short distance of a time. That's the only way I could do that.
Wait, if what?
If I was a trucker.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Try. I feel like a long distance relationship could work if the intention is to be together at some point.
Oh,
But
yes,
if
a
there's
hundred
no real
percent.
intention to be, if y'all ain't coming, but no one's moving and all this and all that, then
Yeah,
what really is the point?
Yeah.
all right.
I agree.
So I got
Yeah.
next
You don't know
question.
from that. Yeah.
I had to go through the text message to get it. So, all right. To what extent must you be willing to compromise? And in the name of there has to be some sacrifice in the relationship. And that person's not just talking just like, a romantic relationship, just like a relationship with everything. Relationship with family.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
What was it? Wait, repeat the question. I'm sorry.
First of
Repeat the
all,
question.
All right.
all
Wait,
depends
wait,
on the
shot.
compromise.
Let
First of
me
all,
let me
I mean,
How
you
far
gotta
should you
like,
compromise? What
let
was
me
the
let me repeat
question?
the question. To what extent must you be willing to compromise in the name
Okay.
of there has been in the name of has to be sacrifice in your relationship? I
what do
I'll
you
think
go
have
first.
to compromise? Like, what do you have to sacrifice?
Not at all.
I mean,
Nothing.
like,
I'm gonna
I
go
don't
with.
compromise.
I mean, like, what's the
That's a red
situation to have
flag.
like to bring this up?
That's why I'm single.
I
I
mean,
don't. I
That
don't compromise.
touche. Touche.
I'm gonna say compromise because what if it's like, hey, we live on two different sides of the state. Let's compromise and move in the middle of the state so that way we still can get to work. So I'm compromising in that type of way. Or I'm compromising in like, hey, I need certain amenities when I live in apartments or communities or HOAs or whatever. I feel like you can compromise in those ways. I mean, I think those are always all good things.
An HOA and moving to a whole nother state are two different things. And I'm not moving for anyone. I know
Not
I
with
sound
rent,
real bitchy right now, but
not with the rent.
Flags.
truly not.
Always
Blame
flags.
on
Somebody
yeah,
put a,
blame.
somebody put a red flag on the screen.
Throw a flag on the plate.
It's so romantic.
I'm
It's
just saying like
talking and you're very
that.
romantic.
I,
And
I
it's just
I'm
mean,
willing to
nice and
compromise for
sweet.
some things. I'm not willing to compromise my
our
core
girl had
values.
moved from me.
Hmm?
Yeah, moved from her dad crib to my crib.
That was
I
good.
feel like I feel like in a healthy relationship
Yeah,
you
that's
have to
together.
compromise almost every day.
Yes, for dinner.
You got to be willing to
I
compromise
mean, yeah.
almost every day because I mean it's that age old question when you're a nephew when you're in a long term relationship. It's always the same question: what you want to eat? What you want to eat for dinner? And you be
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm gonna
You
compromise
should
on
work
that.
on
Like,
that shit.
Like, damn, we had chicken
Oh,
every
you
day.
want to say that so bad, but you should work on that.
somebody's gonna ask somebody what they want to eat, and it's always like, ugh.
All right.
And you give me say they will rest, and I don't will for this feeding you. I don't even care. This feeding you. What you want? I go there
I
and do that
want
sometimes. Like, what you want?
nothing. Or they
I tell
want
her
something,
like,
they want it, and you be like, I ain't gonna, I'm good. I want the night at the house.
I tell her like everything in the freezer. We eat whatever. So you don't ever gotta ask us what we want. You mean like you can just pull out whatever, bro. It's cool. Like you don't gotta ask us
Sometimes
that. You just literally pour
I
something
might be
out
in the
and we be
mood for a
good.
burger, and you might just pull out chicken, and we and ate chicken 4 days in a row. Fuck that.
Listen,
No,
man.
that's a no for me.
Which
I
leads
said
me
earlier,
which leads me to
can
like
be
the next
somebody who's
question.
on the same page as you And you don't have to compromise very much, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not, oh, I want Mexican.
I disagree. I disagree.
Chinese. Why don't we, if we're close enough, we can agree to something we both like.
True.
No, I disagree with that. I mean, I just use food as a funny example, but every day you got to do a little bit of compromising with your spouse, even if it's just making up the bed. Every day is not going to be exactly the way you
Household
see
chores
it to
can
be,
get compromised with those
because
all the time.
you're living your life with somebody else, even if it's just the smallest little thing.
Like taking out
Opening the blinds in the morning. Who wants to open them? Who doesn't like the blinds open? It's little things that every day you just, because
don't open those bitches.
when you want to, your goal is to make the person that you're with happy. That's the point of it all. If you want to make them happy, that's the point. So that takes compromise. Making somebody happy takes compromise all the time.
True. I mean, but don't open those blinds before I wake up. Like, I'm not about that life. Like,
but I just don't want people to think that it doesn't take shit. It take work, y'all. It take work.
It is, but you have to want to be married to somebody too when you're in those type of relationships. You gotta want to be married. You just can't be married. Like you gotta want to be married. Like Nicole Ari Parker.
Yeah, you gotta want to be married, and it takes work, and your paycheck is a happy relationship.
Yeah.
Lynette, you're just so romantic.
Huh?
She said your paycheck is a healthy relationship. You're just so romantic.
I was like, did I hear that right?
I'm the honeymoon phase.
You can write little Hallmark cards for Valentine's Day.
Hallmark, though. All right, so wait, here's the next question. Is it okay to be in a relationship with someone who lives different lifestyles you? This one actually has like a little bit more of a continent. This person knew what they were doing when they were asking some questions. They must be a fan of the show. Is it okay to be in a relationship with somebody that has a different lifestyle choice than you, such as one person eats vegan and the other person eats meat? I'll go first. So I was considering compromising with somebody that did not eat like a lot of the things that I eat or whatever. So I was just like, man, and well, first of all, we can talk about this real quick because this is about to be real controversial and people about to get. I'm glad the screen is divided. I'm not sure how it looks on Shy's screen, but on my screen, we on the same page. For example, how do you want your grits?
You bitch!
How did this even get brought up?
Because he's a bitch. That's why.
It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
I thought you were about to talk about.
I don't know if it's a lifestyle. I think it's just like a food preference.
No, this is a food preference.
That's like saying I eat tomatoes and my spouse don't. That's not a lifestyle. So like,
example, but you know he only did it to bring it up again, Lynette.
I know, but I'm just trying to calm myself down before I snap.
There you go. She gonna catch me. I might catch her hands.
I just had shrimp and grits here. We gotta go to this brunch spot. We gotta go to this brunch spot.
All right. So
I'm literally in a situation like that.
Huh?
I'm literally in a situation like that. With that situation. What's your claim don't do that shit?
Yeah, I was in
I don't think what's your claim do that.
I was just like that.
And it's not that hard. You
put like in the most of the grits. I don't think she put sugar in it.
In your bowl of grits. That's not even a compromise.
That's not how you no. Because you messed
up. You trying to put sugar in the batch.
Wait. You telling me if your girl or your partner didn't put sugar and grits in the rice and the eggs, you not with them?
Yeah, that's not.
That's
what you're saying, Trey, right?
Wait, you put rice in your?
Well, wait.
Because Carol don't care. I don't really care, dude. And I don't really care. Like at first, I tried to put me in, and she's like, I don't know.
Well, they said different lifestyles. So I obviously my spouse. My husband doesn't indulge. He doesn't smoke. That's two different lifestyles.
That's very true, Lynette. That's a very good point. Does he ever get upset that you're smoking? Does he ever I'm sick of smelling weed, or he just simply doesn't care?
Nope, hell no.
Because he compromised. He compromised.
That's why, and he knows you smoke. He's not bothered by it.
And that's
if he went, you don't have to. And they got
he know how Lynette is a good Lynette.
He what?
If he went,
how Lynette is a good Lynette.
All right, so I will say I was going to be in there. I was
And
That's a
also
great.
considering.
too,
That's a
like
good point. I
different.
didn't think
You
about
know
that.
what different lifestyle is too. Y'all know me. I'm very loud and social and like to talk
And
and
he's very
drink and be
reserved.
on. And he's still pause chill.
Yeah, he's
I
very
mean, he's
Yeah,
reserved,
he
chill, laid
is.
completely
back. He's
different
not
lifestyle.
like
He'd rather be at home and sit around and have a couple drinks and a cigar. And I'd rather be at the club with some bottles, screaming, and he gonna be on the wall with his arms folded, watching everything.
I would say that
Yeah,
They
shit, they
said
been
they
like
said
man here too.
the relationships that last the longest is a calm husband and a dramatic wife.
mm,
For real?
I
Well,
read that
thank
on
you.
Instagram. I don't know how
Thank
true it
you.
really is.
Oh, hell, damn.
I mean, I
Yeah,
would
I'm just I'm
specifically
just
with
stating my
someone
weed,
that does
y'all.
situation.
like meat
I'm
like
sitting here
that,
trying to find the
red
weed.
meat and red meat, and
I
like
mean,
specifically
shit.
certain dairy products. So I was
I'm
just like,
cousin
okay,
ain't doing everything security in the background while you having fun.
True that.
true, that is your security
And
guard.
now, yeah, I do get the music.
That's what I do. Every time I go out shopping with my girl, I don't walk like exactly right next to her. I walk like a little bit behind her. 'Cause I'm basically like, you know what I mean? Playing security.
See, now that's a red
Mm-hmm.
flag to me right there, or whatever, because I've been in a situation like that. Come to find out the person was cheating. Anyway, that's a different. That's gonna be from a book when I write it. The next
Once again, we're talking from healthier relationship versus not statuses.
that's very true. All right, so I got the next question, and it's the last. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, it's the last. Yeah, it's the last question. Um,
Okay.
Oh, is it okay? Ooh, I mean, like, I could potentially be in a situation. Is it okay to be in a relationship with someone that has a different level of fitness than you? Boop.
What? That's our last question.
That's the last question. These were all
Better
questions
last
asked to
question than
people.
that.
This is it.
I ain't gonna care. I'm gonna be honest. Before I moved in this apartment, I was like a buck 50 something. Right now, I'm like a 171 the last time I went to the hospital, so I ain't in no way, shape, no form to fat shame nobody. Because every time I bend over, my knees be hurting. Because I ain't used to being this heavy. Because
Let
some
me tell
people
you
just ain't that
something.
much weight, but nigga, to me, it's a lot. So, hey, listen, I ain't discriminating shit.
I fluctuate very. I when I'm happy in love, I go up, and sometimes when I'm stressed, I go down or whatever. So there's very different parts of me or whatever. I mean, there's different shapes of me or whatever. So look,
Only time I gain weight is when I don't smoke. That's the only time I
oh,
gain
Yo,
weight.
if you
listen,
I don't
nephew,
smoke.
you a whole grown ass man. You should be closer to 170. Get used to it. Tighten up. You ain't a little boy.
Oh, that's the
Hell.
thing. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. No, only time it was always hard for me to gain weight when I smoked. Only time I ever picked up weight is when I didn't smoke. I always smoked though, so it was like sometimes I didn't smoke. That's when I used to notice them things. I'm
You
like,
know,
oh
you
shit.
could. You
So
know what? Have any of y'all worked out high?
and I used to always play
yes,
basketball. House. That was a thing too. Like I was always active a lot, but since I
So
had my accident, I can't really do as much.
that saying the runner's high. You know, you can actually get that by smoking weed and working out.
I don't know. I feel
I've
like
done it multiple
it's
times.
been a little tough because when
I
I've
used
been
to
trying
smoke
to
I
weed,
work
play
out,
basketball all the time, and be playing
yeah,
for like
get the
8 hours.
It's a real thing.
I was like, speaking of working
That's
out,
what I
I
I,
was
I
lost
younger.
two
think
pounds.
I think there's two types of people in the world. Ones that can exercise high and ones who can't. So I'm gonna say I
I
cannot
mean,
do
right
it.
about now,
No, I'm
I
saying
ain't.
if you can. But I get you because some people, yeah, I couldn't see you doing the stair stepper.
I can't even walk this thing right now, so shit. I don't think I can exercise
Hey,
about how right about now, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie.
run off your whole
I
time
listen.
like
I
think you run
cannot.
off
I can't
the,
work out any other way.
Mm,
you know what? That's great. I would love to be able to work out in that state.
hmm.
It would probably be a lot more.
I'll try it. Maybe
What
we'll all
about
try it
Well,
her?
together.
walking is difficult,
Yeah,
and sometimes walking in
you
the
I
know
know
what's
dark.
even
sometimes
more worse?
I'll roll one up, take the
Going up
dog for a
hills.
walk, and be gone for like an
Damn.
hour and a
And it's
half.
hard to go for a walk here because all the side,
Okay.
y'all sidewalks is nice and perfect out there. Ours
Yeah,
ain't. Our sidewalks
taking a
fucked
walk. I
up.
thought you meant exercising.
Oh yeah, I'll go to the gym too. I smoke way and vape
Okay.
on my way to the gym.
Yeah, I
And
would
we just
definitely
going for a
start
regular
walking.
walk. Our streets, I mean, our streets is fucked up too, but our sidewalks is off.
Look, the hills, they be getting me every time I be
You took
going.
me, them motherfuckers
You
trying to
ever
get to the
crash
corner
to the
store.
sidewalk?
Oh, fuck the cracks. Like, it'd be like unleveled and shit. Like, it'd be bad. Like, the trees be like on the curve. It'd be uprooting the
What
concrete.
those
Oh my
man
god. It'd
things
be so
called?
bad,
Those
bro.
those silver things that be those metal things that be in the middle of the street. Where are those things covering up the potholes? It be those. Sometimes you got to step over up there. The shit, I saw one other day when I was
You
getting
gotta
ready to
step
get my
over
haircut.
car
You
debris
know,
and shit. Cause niggas that have accidents and shit. Cause there's always accidents up this month. It'd be a lot of shit, bro.
Damn.
There was an
you know
accident on
something
my
else
way
I
to
like
work.
about this is that we always steer so far from the daggone topic, and then we always end up bringing it right back on in. Because
Because
I
this
just
show's a
thought about
mess.
something.
This
I
show's
think
a
it's
mess.
fine to be with somebody in a different physical state because you
Yes.
guys know about my little weight loss journey and stuff, and I've become super athletic in the last year.
You sure have.
And my baby got a metal plate in his knee. He's not athletic at all. He can barely do the bike.
I mean, love is love to me. Like you can't choose who you fall in love with.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's the answer right there. That has nothing to do with
I
anything.
know.
Right.
So
I
I
just
hope
want
that
to you couldn't come up with a better question. We don't
these
have no more.
I think
these
Ricky. All right,
questions were
here's a
asked.
better question.
These were submitted.
Cause your question was, would you date a person that was bigger than you or a different weight class, like bigger or smaller than you? I'm guessing.
I
So
would.
the real question should have been,
Okay,
would
okay,
you date a
okay. I can
person?
see that. Okay. I didn't think about it like that.
Thought that
Okay.
was a code for that in the first place.
Ah,
No,
okay.
so
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is a better question.
He done hit that
Would
shit right in
you
the pussy, y'all.
would you date a person? Like, say if you dating a person, right? And if you like say if that person, like say if you was dating a person and then he was trying to convince you to lose weight to like better yourself, and say if like the doctor may have been telling you things, or if the doctor may have not been telling you things, say he's trying to get you to lose weight so you won't get to that point of the
I mean,
doctor
if that
telling you,
person's
oh,
trying to
yeah,
help you, because your partner's always supposed to have your back and look out for you, whatever. So if they're
yeah,
giving
but
you
you know
that much,
sometimes people do be like nigga, yeah, I mean I'm doing type shit. Fuck what
but
you
if
talking
you
about?
just out here getting
Sometimes it
skinny
be like
for
that.
somebody else or
I feel
whatever,
like
no,
I
I'm
feel like if
hmm? Hello.
Yeah, I'm a runner.
I feel like if you dating somebody that has a weight problem, you should at least try to talk to them if you have a real concern. But if
Yeah,
they just chubby and they get out their business.
yeah.
But if they're like
Bunch of bees.
actually have a medical issue or something's going on with them, of course
Yeah,
you should try to encourage them to be healthier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Or
just
like
smaller, but
before you can get to
healthier.
the
But
medical
you
part,
know,
so like like sometimes like you can be like a decent size and you can be eating like cheese sticks and pizza and like unhealthy stuff all the time. And like a year or two from now, doctor tell you like, oh yeah, you got diabetes or this, that,
yeah.
this.
But you know
Sometimes it
what?
could be like befriend and prevent it.
With me, I'm such a coper. Like I will sit there, I will adjust. If you want to eat life, if you want to eat healthy and all that stuff like that, or whatever, I'm willing to take a shot. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now when I'm out at
Right.
work or whatever, I am gonna get me a piece of fried chicken and some,
I'm always willing to try new foods too,
that
even if
too.
it's vegan or not.
Yes, but
I get
I'm
what
Listen,
always
I
I
willing
ain't
to
gonna
try new.
try
say
nothing
is
vegan.
if
Listen, you do your thing, and I'm gonna respect that,
I
but I'm not
mean,
gonna
right,
I'm
offer you a
not
bite of my
going.
burger.
yo, if it's
I
tabletha
mean, that's
brown,
the
I'm
thing.
gonna try it.
Like, I'm adventurous with food. Like, I probably wouldn't do the what's the joint, the tofu,
No, I'm not
because
doing
that's
that.
like
That's
that
bad.
supposed to be like
Yeah.
so
It's
sweet
not
meat
for
or
me.
something like that. I probably wouldn't do tofu, but I will try like
I
vegan
tried it.
food.
Not for
Just
me.
like I tried African food and liked it. I tried. I mean, I'm Jamaican, so of course I like Jamaican food, but I tried different cultures of food, like Korean food and this and that, and it was really good. So it was like sometimes you just gotta step out the box and try other cultures of food and then
Get out
step
of your
into that
three
life.
food groups and
okay,
split it.
okay, okay. It's hilarious because Lynette talked about how we steer from the point, and we wasn't talking about any of this. It was what was the original
What
question?
was the question?
He asked a different question after my question.
Okay.
I think he
We can
forgot
start
what
talking
it.
about food.
Oh, okay. The
Oh,
question was, could you date somebody bigger than you?
Right. Here's the problem with that question. Is nephew, you just talked about how you hurt yourself and you gain weight. What if you gain 40, 50 pounds? Is your girl going to leave you or does she love you for you? And maybe she'll try to help you lose the weight, but she going to leave you. Lynette, you've lost a lot of weight and become more active. Your man has stayed the same. Do you love him any less? Does he love you anymore? Not because y'all's brains and y'all's love it doesn't matter what you look like. You could also say, what if that person get in a car accident and they're horribly mangled? Yes, I said that dramatically. Are you going to leave that person? So that's what are we
Not right
talking
away,
about here?
no.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a different story. All right, so I got a question. Since you just asked that, say if you and your spouse is on a boat, right? The next thing you know, Like say like your wife, say like your husband was in the ocean or whatever, and then the shark just pull up right up his arm and both his legs. Is that still your husband? Did he survive?
If you truly love that
Is you
person,
gonna
then
help
yes.
him? You gonna help him get help?
I mean, it's not like he can walk away from the situation.
Listen,
I mean, and what the shark just pull up, biting in his dick. Like when he was had a buddy boat, we been sitting there trying to get to the boat. Like when with his left arm, like when he got left, like you gonna help him?
See, you're saying that as a joke, but if think about it, if that's really the person that you
yes,
love, that is your
I would do
family.
everything I can to get.
I'm saying that as a joke, but it's a situation where Kevin Hart wife said it to him. I'm saying that as a joke, but it kind of got said to somebody in
Okay,
real life.
depends on how much you like this person. If I like you enough to stay with you with one leg and no arms, then I'm gonna stay. If I don't love you enough, I'm leaving.
I'll tell them
Hey, what you doing?
Either.
Because you gotta think about what type of person they are now that they don't have legs and arms.
Yeah,
Their whole
it can
personality
change.
about to change.
Exactly.
change.
It's gonna get real hard.
Mm.
They're gonna need a hand in some situations. I'm going to hell. All right, we're about to end the show real quick. But before we end the show, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. We're at 5,600 so far. So you can follow us on YouTube, Geek'd with Trey. You can follow us on Twitter as well too. Shy, what are your platforms again? Catch your breath.
Oh, I fucking almost choked on the fucking Goat TTV on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching, guys.
Excuse me, you didn't ask me what my things were.
Wait, we can come back. We can come back. This is Black people stuff. We could. Lynette, what is all your social media platforms?
I was just playing. I don't really have none, but I'm gonna create some now that I know we putting them out there.
Yeah, we're putting them out there, and there also will be. No, I'm being dead ass right now. I will attach them to the show, and like Shy has his, Yachty has his attached to the in the show. Any of y'all want y'all stuff attached to the show? Definitely put it out there. All right, so anybody else?
Okay, when you go off, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Just